Okay, we're back. Okay, I think we're back. Ooh, jeez. All right, we are back. That's weird. Oh, man, I hate it when that stuff happens. Jeez. Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing today? Welcome back to Gecko Radio. Woo! Oh, man, that is just the worst when you start talking and then for some reason the mic is not working. Yeah, totally terrifying. Super terrifying. Good morning, everybody. Man. It is Thursday. Have you guys caught that England versus Argentina game? My goodness. It just pretty much finished and it looked like England, was going to take it. It was going to just of what I was reading about. I did not get a chance to see it because I was sleeping, but I heard the first half was just a battle royale and the second half was a ballet with chainsaws, whatever that means. But, at the very last few minutes, Argentina took it. So I'm just really curious about your thoughts, your feelings about the World Cup. And if you are a Lionel Messi fan, if you're an Argentina fan, if you're disappointed that England didn't make it, but I heard it was quite the battle. So yes, I'm sure Peter Bint, our great Arirang Radio, not rival, but he's a good friend of ours. I'm sure he's very disappointed because he is from England. So there you go. All right, we're talking about our show rundown today. Today's episode is a little different from our usual Gecko Radio lineup. That's because it's also our Thursday Artist Spotlight. On Artist Spotlight, we shine a light on artists from Jeju and beyond. And today, we're dedicating the show to the Jeju-based Byun Shiji, which is super cool. It's gonna be the overall theme for today. And also we're gonna do a bit of weather, then question of the day, hint museum, then our Jeju morning news briefing. Suk-young, good morning. What's going down in the GEC and artist spotlight. Then if we have time, Jeju word of the day. Oh man, I'm so glad my microphone's working. Okay, so with that said, let's get into our first song. That would be Godarxk Banana. Let's enjoy it together.
이제 우리 말도 글쎄 하열대 지방됐나봐 들판에 바나나 나무 아니 이거 리얼 바나나 나무 네가 좋아하는 바나나 우유 만들 수 있을까나 바나나 아니 번에는 길게 낮잠 자는 해변에 들고 갈게 내가 만든 바나나 우유 조금 더 달콤해도 되겠지 이 정도 딱 좋아 내가 만든 바나나 우유 바나나 나왜 나나나 나가 세번 나나나나 나가 네번 바나나 아니 번에는 바나나 나왜 나나나 나가 세번 나나나나 나가 네번 바나나 아니 번에는 길게 낮잠 자는 해변에 들고 갈게 내가 만든 바나나 우유 조금 더 달콤해도 되겠지 이 정도 딱 좋아 내가 만든 바나나 우유 바나나 나왜 나나나 나가 세번 나나나나 나가 네번 바나나 아니 번에는 바나나 나왜 나나나 나가 세번 나나나나 나가 네번 바나나 아니 번에는 바나나 송이 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 한 송이 적송이 노란 송이 너와 함께 할 송이 다 drum 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 바나나 나가 세번 나가 네번 바나나 아니 번에 너 바나나 나무에는 나가 세번 나가 네번 바나나 아니 번에 너 길게 낮잠 자는 해변에 들고 갈게 내가 만든 바나나 우유 조금 더 달콤해도 되겠지 이 정도 딱 좋아 내가 만든 바나나 우유 이제 우리 말도 글쎄 하열 때 지방 됐나봐 들판에 바나나 나무 아니 거래할 바나나 나무 네가 좋아하던 바나나 우유 만들 수 있을까나 바나나 아니 번에
For that Jeju morning alternative, tune in to Gecko Radio, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. all week, baby. That's right. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Sherry. How says hello, fellow Gecko. Sukyung says good morning. Just got done with day 2 and final day of daycare fiasco case. Aha. So glad the live part is done. Now to get all the spellings. Good morning, Sherry. Glad you could join us. Yes, so glad you can join us after a mic debacle. For some reason, the mic just wasn't working. That's so scary when it's live like that. My goodness, I'm just glad it's working. How you guys doing today? Thanks for joining us. It is Thursday. Wow, another week just about done. This we're just blowing right through the summer, aren't we? Aren't we? Like before we know it, August is going to come around and then it's fall and then it's winter all over again. Yes, yes, yes. I can't believe we've been doing this. This is Thursday, July 16th. You're listening to episode 59. I think we're in the 4th month of Gecko Radio. That's kind of insane. Like 3rd or 4th month. I don't know the specifics, but that's actually crazy. We've been going on for so long. So yes. How you guys doing today? What are you up to? What else are you guys up to? Are you brewing your first coffee? Are you driving through Gyojung? Are you wondering how it's already Thursday? I sure am. We are here to keep you company just for a little bit. We are Gecko Radio, Jeju's all English morning show, bringing you island news, local stories, events, weather, trivia, life hacks, and music from A Jeju, Korea, and beyond. I'm Mark, producer, DJ, writer, editor, marketer, and of course, I'm at Henya Husband. That's one of my handles. I am a husband, a Henya husband to Henya and writer Jeju Jade right now, who's been very busy. She's got a big project going on, and she's got other projects going on. So she's super busy, super amazing. Do follow her, and also do follow us at Gecko Radio. Jeju, because we're just putting a bunch of like cool tidbits and information on our Instagram, and also little highlights of the day, and also put up the notification button for our channel, because we let you know when we're live. And also check the description of our channel if you really enjoy the music. It's a direct link to their YouTube page. Do help out their algorithm, and do help out their their counts and their views and stuff like that, because they're amazing. They're amazing. Yes. Okay. So, yes, Sherry says it's a 6:11 p.m. Wednesday evening here in the Cbus Metro neck of the woods. How's the weather in Cbus right now? How you doing? Okay. Yeah, project's keeping JY out of trouble or getting her into trouble. I don't know which one. You know what I mean? All right, you guys, let's get into the question of the day. It's the Gecko question of the day. It's the Gecko question of the day. Question of the day. Question of the day. Yeah. It's the Gecko question of the day. Yeah. Okay. So this question of the day, boop. Okay. Trust us, it does have to do with Jeju, okay? It does have to do with Jeju. This world-famous museum complex in Washington, D.C., man, if you're American, we're making it real easy for you, includes museums dedicated to natural history, American history, air and space and culture. This is one of my favorite museums of all time. Admission to most of its museums is free. What is it called? Is it the Met, A, the Metropolitan Museum, B, the British Museum, C, the National Gallery, or D, the Smithsonian Institution? Okay? All right. The world famous museum complex in Washington, D.C. includes museums dedicated to natural history, American history, air and space, and culture. If you are American, USA citizen, if you don't get this, I will be disappointed. Admission to most of its museums is free. What is it called? Is it the Metropolitan Museum? Is it the British Museum? Is it the National Gallery? Or is it the Smithsonian? Okay? All right, that is the question of the day. Hey, Halsey in the house. Hey, so I'm sure Halsey he was glued to the screen. Man, how about that World Cup? How about that Argentina versus England? I know somebody who's going to be super disappointed. Peter Bint is going to be very disappointed by those results. But I heard it was a battle, man. I heard it was a battle. And then, Argentina came through in the end. As they always do, I feel like, at the very end. So we're doing the question of the day. Once again, now, Halsey, you're not from the States, so I won't be too strict on you. But Sherry, that's different. Different story, okay? Once again, question of the day. This world-famous museum complex in Washington, D.C. includes museums dedicated to natural history, American history, air and space, art and culture. Admission to most of the space is free. What is it called? Is it the Metropolitan, the British Museum, the National Gallery, or the Smithsonian Institution? Okay, I'm going to put that in the chat. Go ahead and shoot your shot to get some cool points. And we're going to move on to our next song of the day. This one is great because they just joined us. Yesterday, yeah, and they are going to be at the 2026 Stepping Stone Festival, and this is another track by them. This is Gyojung, Take It Easy. weather like in Jeju? We're gonna tell you what to do if it's sunny or rainy or calm with typhoons. What's the weather like in Jeju? All right, it's time to take a look at the weather around Jeju for July 16th, 2026. And I'm looking outside. Man, I thought, pardon me, I thought when I looked out my windows as soon as I woke up this morning, I couldn't see outside them because there's so much moisture on our windows. So I was like, I asked Jungin, like, did it rain last night? She's like, I don't think so. So before I get into the actual weather, I'm going to tell you what I just saw. As soon as I went out, I let the dogs out to do their business, and just so foggy and so much moisture in the air, but it was cool. So I like that. It's not like hot humidity, it's like cold, damp humidity first thing in the morning. So foggy, so eerie. And my garden's pretty happy because that's a different way to get wet water. So yeah, I mean, we do have to worry about the road visibility, so we can talk about that. So here's our weather report here. It's looking like another warm, humid, and unsettled summer day across Jeju. Skies will be mostly cloudy with occasional rain possible from the morning through the evening. It won't necessarily rain continuously, but some areas could hear a rumble of thunder. Over in Daejeong, that's where we are on the west side, expect a cloudy and muggy day. Yes, with temperatures ranging from around 25 to 29 degrees. Scattered showers are possible, so it's a good idea to keep an umbrella nearby. Now, if we're going up north into Jeju City, there may be thunderstorms early in the morning, followed by mostly cloudy conditions through the rest of the day. Temperatures will rise from around 26 degrees to about 30 degrees, okay? And down in Seogyepo, expect another humid and cloudy day with thunderstorms possible from late morning into the afternoon. Temperatures should reach to around 29 to 30. So hot and muggy, guys. Hot and muggy. Okay, if we're going to the east towards Seongsan, it could be the hottest part of the island. Okay, temperatures could climb to around 31 or even 32 degrees with some afternoon showers possible. So if we're talking about overall stuff, we're talking mostly cloudy, very humid, and very unsettled with scattered rain and thunderstorms possible across the island. I wish I could just take my camera and just kind of show you how much moisture is in the air right now. There should be plenty of dry breaks, but the weather may change quickly depending on where you are. Yes. And that's really something to consider. We've talked about it time and time again. As you're driving around the island, it's like these crazy, almost like barriers of weather. Like you'll just be driving and you'll be hit with sudden sun or sudden fog like immediately, and then it'll be foggy or sunny or rainy the rest of the way. It's really crazy. Jeju's such like the weather, it gets so crazy depending where you are on the island. And yes, if it's very foggy, do be very careful on the roads. Not only are the roads moist and slippery, but also the visibility can be very low. I'm talking like sometimes I'll be driving, I can only see like a few meters in front of me, really, not that far in front of me. I think Sherry was talking about Seabus, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, but the heat index makes it feels like 102. That's hot, baby. That is hot in Seabus. I think, is that pretty typical for this time of year, Sherry? I think you said it gets pretty hot there, but 90 to 102 in mid-July? Wow. Okay. Halsey, how's Brazil doing? How's Brazilian weather doing down there? Yeah, so there we go. That's our weather of the day. Let's go back and I'm gonna bring up the question today one more time. Okay, boop, here it is. Oh, not that. I didn't I didn't mean to show that. I wanted to show this one. Okay. Even though as much as I love the question of the day, gecko question. All right. Go ahead and you get one more chance to answer this, okay? I'll let you decide over the break, and I did put it in the chat, okay? The world-famous museum complex in Washington, D.C. includes museums dedicated to its natural history, American history, air, space, and art and culture. Admission is pretty much free. Is it the Metropolitan, the British Museum, the National Gallery, or the Smithsonian? All right? Okay. Sherry says pretty typical. Not just pretty typical, very typical for this in the summer. Okay, very nice. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and do our next song. This one is, yes, this one's great. This is also another band who very recently debuted this week. This is Syntapunk, After This Night. And after this song, we're going to listen to the answer of the question of the day. the get-go question of the day. It's the get-go question of the day. Question of the day. It's the get-go question of the day. Yeah. Okay, now it's time to answer the get-go question of the day. Okay, this world-famous museum complex in Washington, D.C. includes museums dedicated to natural history, American history, air and space, art, and culture. One of my favorite museums of all time. I love museums. I still love museums. Loved them more as a kid, still love them now. Admission to most of its museums is free. Okay, is it the Metropolitan Museum, the British Museum, the National Gallery, or the Smithsonian? The answer is ding, 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 Smithsonian. Letter D. I believe Sherry. Good job, Sherry. 10,000 cool points. You did your homework. As an American, she gets her 10,000 cool points. Now, Halsey, hey, I'm not going to knock you because I'll give you 5,000 cool points because if you didn't know, like I would have probably chosen National Gallery. Really, that makes the most sense. That name makes the most sense, doesn't it? Right. So you get 7,000 cool points. No problem to you. Good guess. Okay, very good guess. Yes, Sherry says museums aren't just cool. They are the best. And keep them going. And a lot of them are free or super cheap. And like they're just great. They get you out of the house. They let you learn something. They get you off your phone. I mean, I'm a millennial. I grew up in a time where we didn't have technology like this. So like this was some of the best kind of learning you could ever get. Hands-on experience. You get to see all the paintings, all the natural history, the fossils, space, planetariums. It's all good stuff. It's all good stuff. All right. Okay, let's see here. Let's learn about why we're talking about the Smithsonian today, okay? All right, let's bring up the Smithsonian. There it is. Beautiful, beautiful museum, by the way. The Smithsonian is one of the world's largest museums and research complexes with museums exploring natural history, American history, aviation, space art, and cultures from around the world. And today's question, now why are we talking about this on Gecko Radio, okay? It's not because I'm an American, okay? Today's question connects directly to our artist spotlight because two paintings by Jeju artist Byun Shiji were chosen for the Korea Gallery at the Smithsonian's National Museum of Natural History in Washington, D.C. Yay! Congratulations, artist Byun. Dr. Paul Michael Taylor, who co-curated the Korea Gallery and was then director of the museum's Asian Cultural History program, explained that the curators wanted to find an artist whose work reflected the gallery's central themes. In the official gallery guide, the section devoted to Byun was titled "A Korean Regional Artist with Universal Appeal." Taylor said that many artists draw on regional traditions, bringing a distinctive local identity and visual language in their work. Okay, and we got here an image here, which is included in the gallery. Okay, this title is "The Way Just as It Is," made in 2006. Okay, and here's a closer shot of that. Oh, that's nice. Okay. That looks like a Jeju Odom, right? With the Jeju pony right there. Byun Shiji was a perfect example. His paintings were deeply shaped by the landscape and regional character of Jeju. The island's fierce winds, dark crows, small horses, stone walls, old houses, and pine trees and solitary human figures. However, instead of using a traditional Korean painting museum, he expressed this very local Jeju world through oil on canvas, combining Korean, Japanese, and Western artistic influences, right? Okay. Here's another image here, okay? This one I really like. Byun's paintings, Boisterous Dance and The Way Just as It Is, which I just showed, were included in the gallery. The Smithsonian Guide describes the crows in Boisterous Dance as symbols of hope in Jeju, while the aged pine trees in Leaving Along the Path like this represents endurance and longevity. So here's Boisterous Dance. So yes, today's answers takes us from the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., all the way back to Jeju, where the wind, sea, earth, and loneliness of the island became the internationally recognized artist world of Byun Shiji. Very nice. And we're not going to be done talking about him because he's going to be on our artistic spotlight of today. Very nice. Okay. I think due to time, we got to move right along to the news. So let's get into it, guys. This just in. Jeju Morning News Briefing. All right, so let's take a look here. All right, here's our first one here. Our first story today is about growing concern over illegal hiking and camping inside restricted areas of Hallasan National Park. According to headline Jeju, visitors have been reportedly been entering closed trails and even reaching restricted areas around Bengrokdam, where some have camped overnight, consumed alcohol, smoked, and cooked food. Okay, now here's a photo of a hiker scooping water out of the Bengrokdam crater on Hallasan. So that Bengrokdam, that's the crater inside of the peak. It doesn't, Hallasan technically doesn't have a mountain peak because it's a volcano, like a dormant, nearly extinct volcano, and inside the crater is a lake. Okay, so I guess people have been illegally camping there and drinking and smoking and cooking food. According to Hallasan National Park officials, the number of people caught entering unauthorized trails increased from 30 cases in 2023 to 53 in 2025, a rise around 77%. However, those caught currently face only a fine of 20만 won, that's under $200, under the National Parks Act, that's much under $200. And concerns that have been raised that park staff do not do enough authority to carry out effective enforcement. During a Jeju Provincial Council meeting on Wednesday, Cultural Tourism and Sports Committee Chair Han Dong-soo called for stronger patrols and urged officials to give park employees greater enforcement powers. Okay, there we go. And here's another image of this person like blatantly breaking the law. They're like behind the do not go off the trail. Council member Park Ji-eun also said illegal activities including camping, cooking, and smoking have continued since at least 2024. She notes that there's even an incident in 2025 involved people skiing on the snow-covered mountain. Wow. Officials say another major concern is the way some visitors openly share and celebrate these illegal trips in online cafes, blogs, and YouTube, potentially encouraging others to follow them. The council is now calling for stronger enforcement and more fundamental measures to protect Hallasan's restricted areas and natural environment. So there you go. Yeah, how do I feel about this? In my opinion, I do feel like Korea can be a bit strict when it comes to their hiking. They'll say, okay, you can only hike along this path and it'll be roped off. But and I think it's a little strict in that case because in the States, you can just kind of go any which way you want, right? You can camp pretty much any which way you want, unless it's private property. But here's the thing, Hallasan is a national park and it's protected and it's very strict with how many people they let up and down the mountain. So if you're going ahead and yes, you can say that you can responsibly camp or pick up after yourself, but can you say that for other people? You know what I mean? Clearly, people have been drinking, smoking, and throwing out their cigarette butts and discarding trash on Hallasan. So that's not cool. Not to mention, when it gets really hot out, discarded cigarette butts are a big cause of wildfires, which is we know how bad wildfires can get. So yes, that's just my feelings on that. We will see if they really do start cracking down, because right now the penalty is kind of like a little slap on the wrist. We'll see. We will see if they are getting more strict with their enforcement. Okay, now we go from the mountains to the beach. Okay. This is according to Yonhap News. Jeju City has extended the operating hours at 4 of its public beaches until August 15th as more people head to the coast during the peak summer season and ongoing heat wave conditions. Oh, it seems like they changed the hours. Okay, Gyojung and Samyang beaches will now remain open until 8 p.m. and Hyupjae and Ihoteu beaches, which are equipped with nighttime lighting, will stay open until 9 p.m. City officials say the extended hours are intended to accommodate the growing number of visitors looking to escape the daytime heat and enjoy the beaches during the cooler evening hours. So nice, they're going to be open longer. During this period, patrols will be strengthened at vulnerable times with tighter controls around dangerous areas and additional safety announcements for beachgoers. And a reminder, swimming outside of the official operating hours may mean that lifeguards and other safety staff are no longer on duty, so always follow the instructions posted at each beach. They may be even unique to each beach, so please do be careful. All right. Speaking all this heat, let's get into the ultimate heat food when it's hot out. I'm talking about watermelon, baby. Okay, Jeju's summer watermelon season is officially underway in Aewol. Nice. According to Jeju Daily News, a direct sales watermelon market has opened in Sinamri, a village known for producing watermelons. Nice. Junghyun, I'm okay with watermelon. I appreciate it. Watermelons. Junghyun is insane. She's crazy about watermelons. She loves watermelons. The market is offering locally grown watermelons at relatively affordable prices. Nice. Starting at 10,000 won for an 8 kilogram. Wow, that's not affordable. That's amazing. For an 8 kilogram melon and 14,000 won for a 9 kilogram melon. Seasonal produce, including sweet pumpkin, is also available. Aewol is Jeju City's main outdoor watermelon growing area, accounting for 87% of the city's total cultivation area. Wow. The market is located at 3092 Sinamri, and additional roadside sales booths are operating along the coastal highway. So if you're driving along the area, you're probably going to see all these booths saying watermelon, get your watermelon here, affordable. Both are expected to remain open until early September. From now until September. Around 200 residents, farmers, and local organization representatives attended the opening ceremony on Wednesday. I wonder, it looks like, I wonder in the image, instead of cutting a ribbon, do they just slice a watermelon? Like, okay, slice. Where visitors also had a chance to sample Sinamri's specialty mango watermelons. What is that about? Mango watermelons? They must be smaller. Okay, maybe they're smaller. I'm really curious. Okay, I'm actually super curious. We might have to do a live taste test on Sinamri's specialty mango watermelons. Interesting. So, if you're driving through Aewol this summer, it could be a good opportunity to pick up a fresh local watermelon while supporting Jeju farmers directly. Yeah, nice. Totally nice. I can totally get down with that. Okay, you guys, let's she's Sherry. I'm looking at Sherry here. It says, "Hey Mark." Oh, she just deleted it. Okay, it was something about that. Oh, she deleted that too. It was something about fires and cigarette butts. I'm sure I'll get back to it. Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do our next song break, okay? And then we are going to go into artist spotlight. I'm a little thrown off here because I forgot to put the actual song in. So I got to do it in real time right now. This one is special because we played her song yesterday, but her music video just dropped. It just dropped this today, last night at like 8 p.m. So I do want to play this for you guys. This is pretty great. This is Omjine Sweethearting, and it is the music video that just dropped. I'm gonna have to drop it in real time here, so give me a second here and enjoy it, and we're gonna get into artistic spotlight next. It's a beautiful day in the GEC, the global edu city. What's going on? What's going down? That's NLCS or SJA or KIS or BHA. What's going on? What's happening? What's going down in the GEC? All right, and for today's What's Going Down in the GEC, the Global Education City, here's a useful opportunity for anyone hoping to improve their Korean. Hey, that's me. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's blow this up a little bit. There you go. Nice. All right. The Jeju Global Center is recruiting students for Korean language classes aimed at multicultural families and foreign residents. Oh, that is awesome. The classes will run for August 1st through December 20th, with both evening and weekend options available. The evening beginner course takes place every Monday and Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Oh, nice. So that's in the evening, while the weekend beginner course is held on Saturdays and Sundays from 3 to 5 p.m. Each course is limited to the first. Okay, so it's first come, first serve. First 15 applicants, so early registration is recommended. The classes are held at the Jeju Global Center on the 5th floor of the Asan building near Jeju City Hall. It is a bit of a journey from GEC, but it may be worth looking into if the schedule works for you. Just avoid any confusion. The Jeju Global Center near Jeju City Hall is separated. It's a separate organization from the Jeju GEC office here in Global Education City. Okay, so don't get those mixed up. The GEC office also offers Korean language classes from time to time, so anyone looking for something closer to home should contact the office at 064-710-3434 and ask whether another course is planned. For more information about the Jeju Global Center classes, call 064-727-2114. Awesome. Very cool. Okay, moving on here. We've been talking about this, and we're going to talk about it probably one more time because it's happening this weekend. But they're very good friends of ours, so we do want to push the plug out there. Okay. Next is for something happening this weekend in the GEC. Motif Jeju is getting ready for The Last Dance, its final drag show. 2 years ago, Motif's drag show began on a small stage. Since then, 19 shows have filled the venue, and now the 20th show will mark the final chapter. The lineup features Jiban and Sissy, bringing one last night of big presence, bold performance, and a lot of heart to Motif Jeju. The show is happening Saturday, July 18th, just a couple days from now, from 8 to 11 p.m. at Motif Jeju. I've been to one of their drag shows before. Super fun. Okay, tickets are 35,000 won in advance or 40,000 won at the door, and admission includes one free drink. For reservations and inquiries, check at motif.jeju. Very nice. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. I think due to time, we're gonna have to get right into our artist spotlight. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do it, guys. Artist spotlight. I get in trouble. All right, artist spotlight. Now, if you were with us in the beginning of the show, you kind of already know who we're talking about because they are being featured in the Smithsonian in DC, which is super awesome. This Jeju-based artist. This is Byun Shiji for today's artist spotlight. Yes, and he's considered one of the most important artists in modern Jeju art. Okay, and here is a self-portrait of the man himself in 1995, often called the painter of storms. Byun created a vision of Jeju that is instantly recognizable. His paintings are filled with windswept pine trees, roughed seas, blackbirds, Jeju horses, stone walls, thatched houses, and solitary human figures, all emerging from a distinctive ochre-colored landscape. But these are not simply paintings of Jeju scenery. Through the island's wind and harsh natural environment, Byun explored loneliness, endurance, identity, and the meaning of human existence. I feel like I've experienced all that living in Jeju for sure, moving here. Yes, definitely. And in 2026, this year, is an especially meaningful year to introduce him as it marks the 100th anniversary of his birth. Wow. Okay, nice. Now, this image is done in 95, but it looks like it could be from even further ago. But 100th anniversary of his birth. Amazing. Okay. Now, the painter of storms, we can kind of see here why. Take a look at that. Wow. Okay. This is called Typhoon 1982. It was made. Wow, really nice. Oh, wow, I didn't even notice the figures there. Okay. So it's got I didn't even notice that there. Okay. So yes, you can see the trees bending. We got the Jeju horse and a figure, and then there's the traditional Jeju house right on the coast on that cliff. Ooh, I would not want to be there, brother. No way. Wow. Okay, and the waves crashing on the cliffs there. Okay, so let's talk about who is Byun-chiji, okay? Byun-chiji was born in Sogepo in 1926. He moved to Japan with his family at the age of 6 and later studied Western painting at Osaka Fine Arts School. His talent was recognized early, and at the age of 23, he became the first Korean to achieve the top award at the prestigious Nighten exhibition in Japan. After returning to Korea, he lived and worked in Seoul for many years, but the turning point in his artistic life came in 1975 when he returned to his birthplace of Jeju. I'll bring up his self portrait again while I talk about this. It was here that he finally developed his style that would make him one of the island's defining artists. His ochre colored Jeju. Byun's mature paintings were dominated by ochre, an earthy yellow brown color that represents dried soil, faded grass, old stone, and dusty light. Across these ochre surfaces, Byun used rough black lines to create people, horses, birds, trees, houses, and coastlines. And you know what's really interesting is he involves the large-billed crow, and we learned in an earlier episode that those crows were abundant on Jeju, and it wasn't until the forced introduction to magpies in the 80s that kind of took over and pushed the crows into the mountains. So before these magpies were introduced, the crows were all over the island. So that's why all of his paintings they feature crows and not magpie. There you go. That's a little Gecko Radio tidbit for you. Just put that together in my head. Oh yeah. Okay. This combination was part that made him so significant. He used an international medium to create a visual language that was unmistakably rooted in Jeju. The island in his paintings was not the bright, colorful holiday destination we often see in advertisements. It was exposed and windswept. The trees bent, the sea rose, birds circled overhead, and human figures just appeared small against the landscape. Yeah, sometimes I'll be just hiking around Jeju and feel really tiny, but kind of in a good way. Kind of in a good way. Um, so major works and international recognition. So let's take a look here. Several of Byun's best known works focus on storms and Jeju landscapes, like that early image, including Typhoon, is what we just showed. Here it is again. Okay. And Storm and Landscape of Sogepo. Another major work is Nanmu, often translated as Boisterous Dance from 1997. I really enjoy this one. Take a look at this one here. This one's really nice. And here are those large-billed crows that I was talking about. You think not magpies because they weren't around at that time. They were pushed out. So there you go. That the thatched roof is done really well, isn't it? Wow, inside, and then we have you got to have your Jeju pony. Oh, and on the left of the pony is the Jeju gates, the traditional Jeju house gates. There, we should do like we should do a coverage on those gates because they also have their cool own distinctive use in history to them. Okay, so Boisterous Dance, Nanmu. In this painting, large black birds circle an ochre sky above a thatched house, stone walls, a horse, and a seated figure. The birds are full of movement. Also, the air too. Can you see the air in the movement? Yeah, you can. It almost looks like wind channels or just like wind currents. While the person below remains completely still. Looks like they had a day. You know what I mean? They had a day of days. You know what I'm talking about. You've had such days. I've had such days. Okay. Yes. Okay. And then this next image here. uh, the way just as it is. It suggests a quiet journey forward without certainty about the final destination. Now, these two works, this one and the one I showed earlier, were selected for display in the Korea Gallery at the Smithsonian's National Museum of Natural History in Washington, D.C. That's what we just talked about, where they remained for about 10 years. The Smithsonian described Byun as a Korean regional artist with universal appeal. The phrases captures his importance perfectly because his paintings are deeply rooted in Jeju, but the themes of loneliness, endurance, and the search for meaning can be understood anywhere. And if there's any painting that embodies what I just said, it's got to be this one. This is called Longing. Man, whoo, man, that is intense. It's so, how do I, simple, but it invokes a lot of emotion, I think. I think we've all been there where we are just kind of looking out and just what is going through our heads. Maybe nothing, maybe uncertainty, maybe the next thing, maybe you're just enjoying the view. What is this person here in this image? What do you think they're thinking about? I wonder, what do you think is going through their head? Well, how about you? If you were sitting there, what would you be thinking about if you're sitting on a little hill looking out into the ocean? Have you ever been in a situation like this before? Yeah. The Centenary Exhibition. The Gyojung Art Museum in Sogyepo is currently presenting a major exhibition marking the 100th anniversary of Byun Chi-ji's birth. Oh, nice. Okay, the title is Where Do We Come From and Where Are We Going? Ochre Reflections, The Wind of Existence. Nice, okay? Yes. So there we go. Oh, and then here is an image of that. Where do we go? Where do we come from and where are we going? Nice. Okay. Oh, that's so sweet. I see. This is where I like this interpretation. Is that the edge of a cliff, or is that the shore with the water, or is that like the edge of the cliff and then those are rocks below? What is that? I think that's might be what it is. Initially, I thought it was kind of on the beach and that's the coast, but using those harsh lines, that maybe. Now, I'm not art master Byun, and you art can be interpreted any way you want it. But I think that's the edge of a cliff, and that's kind of like the rocky coastline below. That's my guess. That's my guess. All right, now this exhibition we're talking about, okay, brings together around 60 paintings and 20 archival items, including sketches, handwritten texts, newspaper articles, and personal objects. I got here an image of the special exhibition. Of course, these images don't do it justice. You should go there on your own. Take the family. Very nice. Cool. Right. I love how the floor kind of matches it as well. That was pretty clever. Okay. Um yes. It also features 23 works that had not been previously shown publicly, along with 2 paintings displayed at the Smithsonian. Nice. Sherry says, if she was on the hill next to the ocean, I'd be thinking about what stories to write. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that totally makes sense. If you're an author, if you're a writer, if you are a lyricist or a poet, yeah, maybe your mind is going crazy with where are we going next, right? That's in the title of the piece, right? Okay, now this exhibition runs at Gyojung Art Museum until September 27th, 2026. So if you are in Sogyepo, if you're on the island around the time, do check it out. Do check it out. Nice. Okay. With that said, very quickly, why don't we do the Jeju word of the day?
The Jeju word of the day. Yeah.
Nice. We will leave you with the Jeju word of the day. It was more like the Jeju phrase of the day. This is Gorang Murang Buasa Alju. Okay? Gorang Mora Buasa Alju. This means you won't know just by hearing about it. You have to see it for yourself. I like that a lot. Gorang mola wasa alju. Very nice. Okay. You won't know just by hearing it. You have to see it for yourself, right? Gorang comes from saying or telling, right? Mora means you don't know. And Buasa means only after seeing, and then alju means then you know. So yes, you won't know just by hearing about it. You have to go see it for yourself. That makes sense, okay? So together, Gorang mola buasa alju. You won't know from the words alone. You've got to see it with your own eyes. And this phrase fits today's artist work perfectly. I hope you can carry that on in your life if you haven't been using it already. I think a lot of us, I know some of you, I feel like, especially someone like ICG is definitely like that. I feel like Halsey and Cheryl, you guys are like this too. Hey, don't believe in what you hear. You got to go see it for yourself. That makes a lot of sense, right? And yes, you can describe Byun-Chi-ji's paintings, but words can only take you so far. I can only take you so far. You guys got to go stand in front of it. Go see it for yourselves in Sogulpo. And that, again, is at the Gyojung Art Museum until September 27th of this year. Okay, and that is it for today's show. This show has been produced by me, Marcos and Che, and JY Choi as the writer. Tomorrow is the weekend rundown. Yes, that's where we cover all the crazy things that go down from Friday through Sunday, and it's just going to be like rapid fire events going on. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. And with that said, have a great day, and then looking forward to this amazing weekend. All right, stay dry out there, guys. And let's end with, this one is fun. One of our favorites, one of our boys, they're going to be in the van driving off into the sunset. This is our boys, Gecko Radio's residents, Wednesday Off with Lai. See you again tomorrow, guys.
Please just tell me it's a lie. Come on, baby, it's a lie, right? Oh no, tell me like a baby. Something isn't wrong. It can be truth. Baby, baby, it's a lie. Baby, baby, it's a lie. Come on, baby, it's a lie, right? Oh no, tell me like the baby. Something isn't wrong. It can be truth. Baby, baby, it's a lie, right? Oh, you love me, love me, love me, love me, it's a fool. Oh, you said leave me, leave me, leave me, leave me, it's a lie. Oh, you love me, love me, love me, love me, it's a fool. Oh, you said leave me, leave me, leave me, leave me, it's a lie. Just do what you say. I will go to hell. Your worst state, I believe. Oh no, suddenly makes me cry. Makes me cry, baby. You love me, love me, love me, love me, it's a fool. Oh, you said leave me, leave me, leave me, leave me, it's a lie. Oh, you love me, love me, love me, love me, it's a fool. Oh, you said leave me, leave me, leave me, leave me, it's a lie. Just do what you say. I will go to hell. Your worst state, I believe. Oh no, suddenly makes me cry. Makes me cry, baby. Oh, just do what you say now.
Just do what you say.
I will go to hell.
I will go to hell.
Your worst state, I believe. Oh no, suddenly makes me cry. Makes me cry, baby. Just do what you say.
Just do what you say.
I will go to hell.
I will will go to hell.
Your worst did I believe? Oh no, suddenly makes me cry. Just what you say,
Just do what you say.
I will go to hell.
I will go to hell.
Your worst did I believe? Oh no, suddenly makes me cry. Oh, just what you say, I will go to hell. Your words that I believe.